Abby and Brittany Hensel, they actually had their own reality show. They're from Minnesota and one just got married, which is so confusing. Abby and Brittany Hensel, the world's most renowned conjoined twins. People wouldn't have to always stare and take pictures because we don't like when they take pictures. So they just knew who we are. Have defied the odds for their entire lives. But now, a surprising new claim has people talking. Could their remarkable bond have made them targets for something evil? Rumors swirl as the twins discuss an alleged marriage and the dark motivations behind it. Prepare to explore the reality behind the headlines. Abby and Brittany are known for their special bond and fearless attitude. They face the challenges of life together, sharing one body, but two distinct, intelligent brains. Their reality program captivated audiences, providing insight into their extraordinary world. Conjoined twins are especially remarkable since they are exceedingly rare, occurring in about 1 out of every 200,000 live births. According to the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, over 70% of conjoined twins are female, with the majority stillborn. Life has been an intricate balancing act for Abby and Brittany, and it is full of problems and questions that few can answer. How do they deal with the bodily discomfort that one may experience while the other remains unaffected? How do they deal with instances when they crave isolation in a world that pulls them so tightly together? As dicephalic twins, two heads attached to a single torso, they are unusually symmetrical for conjoined twins. Each has her own heart, stomach, lungs, spine, and spinal cord, as well as control over one side of their typical body, one arm, and one leg. Learning to crawl, walk, and move, as infants required complete cooperation, laying the groundwork for the exceptional coordination that characterizes their lives today. They've mastered the skill of everyday activities, from eating and writing individually to complex acts that need immaculate coordination, such as running, swimming, brushing their hair, playing the piano or volleyball, riding a bicycle, and even driving. Their story grabbed audiences worldwide, with appearances in famous media such as Life magazine and The Oprah Winfrey Show, as well as a 2006 documentary on the Learning Channel, in which they discussed their ambitions and daily routines. In 2012, they invited the public into their life with their own TLC series, Abby and Brittany, which provided a rare insight into their extraordinary journey. Fashion became one of the only ways for Abby and Brittany Hensel to exhibit individuality. Bright colors, unique jewelry, each choice was a subtle proclamation of uniqueness, a reminder that they were two distinct souls in a world that frequently regarded them as one. I think we're good drivers, but we have 2 licenses, and when we got our driver's license, we each had to take the test. We both passed. But just when life looked to be full of simple delights and opportunities for self-expression, Abby felt an unexpected pain in her stomach, something Brittany couldn't experience. The mystery of one half suffering alone sparked concerns and fears they rarely discussed, exposing the particular vulnerabilities of their shared life. How do you live an everyday life when everyone around you stares and whispers? Could they marry? Can they have children? Who would they choose to love? And how could such a relationship work? Should we wear this? No. What about this? Simple decisions were complicated, a debate of tastes, as Abby opted for bright accessories. Gold hats, colorful hair highlights, unusual earrings, while Brittany's style was her own. Behind the scenes, they were not only fighting for acceptability, but also dealing with specialists' concerns about the health dangers of sharing organs. When they opted to pursue professions in teaching, it was a victory of spirit over circumstance, though the journey remained full of hurdles. Now you may be wondering how Abby and Brittany Hensel handled a school full of children when every movement required flawless coordination, and each activity necessitated not one, but two minds functioning in tandem. Teaching was an ambitious objective, but they attacked it with the same determination that had defined their lives. Abby and Brittany were born in Carver County, Minnesota, to Patty, a nurse, and Mike Hensel, a carpenter and landscaper. They grew up with their younger brother and sister in New Germany, Minnesota. They went to Mayer Lutheran High School before completing their studies at Bethel University. Abby and Brittany Hensel were born with a rudimentary third arm between their necks, linked to a shoulder blade in the back. Surgeons removed it, leaving just the shoulder blade behind. While Abby's head tilts around 5 degrees to the right, Brittany tilts nearly 15 degrees to the left, giving the impression that she is shorter even when they are seated. Brittany's leg is about 2 inches shorter than Abby's, so she frequently walks on tiptoe, which results in a stronger calf muscle on her side. To address these physical differences, surgeons surgically interrupted Abby's spinal development when Brittany stopped developing early. At the age of 12, they had surgery at Gillette Children's Specialty Healthcare to repair scoliosis and increase their chest cavity, preventing future breathing problems. Each twin controls their side of the body with a shared sensation of touch that fades at the midline, resulting in an overlap in the center. Interestingly, stomach aches are felt by the twin on the opposite side, adding to the unique manner in which their bodies communicate across their conjoined structure. If my stomach hurts, it hurts right here, and I can't feel this. Like, I can't feel anything, but my stomach hurts right there, and Brittany's stomach hurts here, and she can't feel that, because I can only feel my right side, and I can only feel my left side. However, Abby is 5 feet 2 inches tall, 1.57 meters, while Brittany is slightly shorter at 4 feet 10 inches, 1.47 meters. At birth, their parents had to make a difficult decision. Doctors said that surgical separation would most certainly result in the loss of one or both twins, so they decided to keep them together. As Abby and Brittany developed, learning to do everyday tasks, their parents remained confident in their decision. During their adolescence, they each separately completed their driver's license exams, both written and practical. Even though driving requires intensive cooperation, state law requires each twin to get a separate license. Abby manages the devices on the right side of the vehicle, while Brittany manages the ones on the left. They collaborate to control the steering wheel smoothly. After graduating high school in 2008, Abby and Brittany attended Bethel University in Arden Hills, Minnesota. Although they had explored focusing on other concentrations within their major, the significant quantity of additional homework provided this difficulty. They both received their Bachelor of Arts degrees in 2012. Patty Hensel recalled her girls' early professional goals, noting that one of the twins wanted to be a pilot and the other a dentist. However, those ambitions lasted only a short time. She smiled and shared her thoughts that working as teachers would be ideal for them because they naturally connect with children who are often drawn to them. A tailor often makes the twins a tire to create 2 unique necklines, emphasizing their distinctiveness. They prefer separate meals, but they may share one for convenience. When it comes to chores, such as responding to emails, they work as a team, reacting with minimal verbal contact thanks to their intuitive comprehension of one another's views. They use I when they agree, and their names when they disagree. Abby and Brittany Hensel vehemently despise being gazed at or photographed by strangers while going about their daily lives. In 2006, when they were 16 years old, they told the Discovery Channel that they wanted to date, marry, and have children. They also stated that they hoped to enjoy relatively everyday social lives by providing some information about themselves. Patty Hensel expressed her daughter's desire to have children one day, expressing optimism that such a possibility could work for them because of their similar anatomy. During the documentary, Abby revealed that her body temperature is higher than her sister's, adding that her side of the body heats up faster. But everything changed when they met someone who appeared to truly understand and care for them in ways others had not. Abby married Josh Bowling. Bowling was born in Tennessee and is a decorated veteran of the United States Army who served as a healthcare specialist or combat medic. During his military career, he served with the 1st Cavalry Division in Iraq and Afghanistan. After finishing his military service, he pursued a career in healthcare and became a certified nurse in Minnesota. Currently, he focuses on assisting fellow soldiers in hospice. His wartime experience with death and dying had a deep impression on him, and funeral services, which he first encountered during his nursing training, felt like a true calling. He was taken to the potential to provide patients with a peaceful death, in contrast to the harsher reality he had encountered during the war. The couple exchanged vows on November 13, 2021. While this announcement may have surprised the public, Abby and Brittany had always planned to create their own family. In addition to his career path, Bowling and his partner shared highlights from their wedding, including their first dance, which instantly went viral on TikTok. Abby also chose a shot from their wedding for her Facebook profile image, emphasizing the excitement of their big day. Before marrying Abby, Bowling married Annika Bowling in 2010. Their marriage lasted 9 years, and they had a daughter, Isabella, in 2016. They divorced in 2019. According to documents acquired by People, 2 years into his marriage with Abby, Annika filed a paternity claim on October 2023 against Bowling and another man, Gavin Vattenstall. This lawsuit concerns Annika's second daughter, born in 2020, following her divorce from Bowling. The kid was referred to as Isabella's half-sister and non-joint minor child of the former marriage, but she was not named in the paternity suit due to her minor status. The paternity suit sought that Bowling and Gavin Vattenstall produce DNA samples for testing on Annika's second kid. According to court records, a genetic test report was added to the file on March 24th. However, the test information and findings are confidential and not available to the public. Bowling was attractive, attentive, and spoke to them as if they were not conjoined twins, but two distinct people. For a while, they thought they had finally discovered love. However, as they quickly realized, love can wear many masks, and not all are pleasant. He proposed marriage and promised them a life whole of adventure and affection, but there was something uncomfortable about him that they couldn't quite put their finger on. When they were alone, how he looked at them, and what he said often felt like an obsession rather than affection. They tried to ignore their feelings of anxiety, convincing themselves that it was only the manifestation of their worries. The wedding day was supposed to be the most joyous occasion of their life. Abby and Brittany were radiant, each beaming in her distinct manner as they walked down the aisle together. However, when they stood by him, the atmosphere changed. The air was more relaxed. His grin appeared forced, and the soothing words he whispered in their ears sent shivers down their spines. An unnerving sense of dread spoiled what should have been a joyous occasion. How Abby and Brittany were united became his dark fixation, turning their love story into a nightmare. Living with him was like walking on thin ice, every day revealing cracks that threatened to ruin their world. He insisted on flaunting them, carrying them around like valued things, and transforming a private life into a public spectacle. Abby and Brittany, trapped in an unexpected position, resolved not to allow someone else's twisted needs to dictate their lives. However, exiting this nightmare became difficult. They were no longer just two young women. They were conjoined, married, and under his authority, or so he believed. But Abby and Brittany were not the people to shatter lightly. As time passed, friends noticed a shift in the twins. Those who had before marveled at their excitement now saw something different, an emptiness in their eyes, and a hesitation that had not been before. Rumors began to spread, rumors of abuse and deception. The pressing concern was whether they would find a way out before it was too late. The breaking point came one winter night as he crossed the line, and something inside the twins snapped. They realized they couldn't take the situation anymore. Desperate for aid, they turned to a few trusted friends who could see past their husbands' fake grins. Help arrived, but it was okay. Escaping someone who sees you as an object is never easy, even if they claim to love you. Abby and Brittany used their platform to raise awareness about abuse and the dangers of trusting individuals who disguise their actual motives. Additionally, they became activists, not only for people with physical disabilities, but also for anyone who has ever felt less than human in the eyes of others. Isn't that the ultimate story? It is not about marriage, fetish, or escape. Rather, it is about resilience, dignity, and the unwavering tenacity of the human spirit. Additionally, more questions like, why did Josh fall for Abby? Was he actually in love with her? Or was he just curious, maybe even obsessed? Although the wedding was a private ceremony, word of their relationship spread in the early 2024. As we know, Abby married him, but Brittany was also there. She couldn't leave, even if she wanted to. The complexities of connection get worse when you share a body. How can one protect privacy when every moment is shared with others? In a recent statement, one of them clarified rumors about an engagement, saying, "So there's this rumor that I was engaged, and it's not true at all. It's just a foolish joke. So no boyfriend and no engagement." However, after all these shocking rumors emerged, Bowling updated his Facebook profile photo on September 2024, displaying a selfie with Abby and Brittany. Then, on Wednesday, Abby and Brittany shared touching stories from their daily lives, including Abby's husband Josh and his daughter Isabella, who has rapidly become an essential part of their close-knit family. The tweet included an important reminder, don't forget to #vote, and featured their favorite moments together, from outings to quiet family gatherings. Some of the highlights included exclusive photographs from Abby and Josh's wedding. One breathtaking photo shows the sisters standing proudly beside Josh, radiating excitement in their elegant, lace-embroidered dress. Another moving moment was when I included young Isabella as a charming flower girl, holding a bouquet and smiling joyfully among the group. The sequence of family images continued with more beautiful moments, such as a charming ice cream date with Abby and Brittany, who exchanged infectious smiles accompanied by Josh and Isabella. Another seasonal photo featured a family enjoying a cozy autumn day, dressed warmly and giving off a welcoming sense of togetherness. Since their wedding, Josh has embraced life with the twins. Meanwhile, Brittany, who is single, has fully embraced her position as a supportive sister and dedicated aunt. Do you believe Abby and Brittany's latest posts are an attempt at damage control, or are they simply correcting baseless rumors? It's intriguing to see the timing of these photographs, which showcase family occasions. Before we conclude today's video, you might be curious about how conjoined twins are formed after hearing their story. There are two major theories on how conjoined twins form in the womb. The first hypothesis, the fission theory, proposes that conjoined twins occur when an embryo, a tiny developing fetus, attempts to split into two separate newborns, but fails. This happens typically in the second week after fertilization, on or after day 13. The second idea is referred to as the fusion theory. This theory claims that conjoined twins arise when two embryos that started off separately fuse rather than grow apart. Chang and Ang are the most renowned conjoined twins in history, born in Siam, now Thailand, in 1811. However, there have been reports of conjoined twins for millennia. One of the earliest instances is a tiny marble figure called the Double Goddess, or Sisters of Catalhoyuk, which dates back approximately 6000 BC in Turkey. The statue is thought to depict conjoined twins with 2 heads and 2 bodies. Another early example is a stone carving from 80 BC discovered in Italy. Conjoined twins were once thought to be omens of bad luck or tragedy, which caused anxiety and superstition. Over time, this viewpoint turned to one of intrigue. There are various varieties of conjoined twins, each named by where their bodies are connected, followed by the word pegas, which means fixed. There are no evident indications of a conjoined twin pregnancy. However, like with other twin pregnancies, the uterus may grow faster than with a single baby pregnancy, and the mother may have increased fatigue, nausea, and vomiting in the early stages. An ultrasound can help detect conjoined twins early in the pregnancy. Asymmetric conjoined twins occur when one twin is much smaller and less developed than the other. In scarce circumstances, one twin may be discovered primarily created within the other, a condition known as fetus in fetu. Conjoined twins can sometimes be split, although the viability of this treatment is dependent on several circumstances, including the exact anatomy and extent of their shared organs and tissues. A multidisciplinary team of medical and surgical specialists, such as pediatric surgeons, anesthesiologists, and radiologists, is usually required to work together to successfully separate the twins. Modern imaging techniques, such as MRI and CT scans, are used to precisely examine the twins' anatomy and physiology, offering extensive insights that feed the planning procedure. What do you think about Abby and Brittany and their unique life? We would love to hear your thoughts in the comments section below, and if you loved this video, remember to like and subscribe for more videos like this. Thank you for watching. See you soon.